You are listening to WMHW HD1 and HD2, Mount Pleasant, Mountain 91.5, a service of Central Michigan University's School of Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. Hello, folks, and welcome to episode 12 of Card Guys. I'm Anthony Schulte, joined today by Ryan Donnelly and Doug Mobley. At 12:05, we go over the Central Michigan and Western Michigan game from last night. 12:10, we talk Michigan sign-stealing drama. 12:20, we talk some more sports cards, and at 12:30, we make our Week 10 picks. Ryan, Doug, how are we on, again, another gloomy and cold day in Mount Pleasant?
Yeah, I mean, the weather's kind of kicking my butt, but other than that, I'm doing great today.
I hope your Wednesday's going well. Yes, the weather sucks. It's great to have everybody here. 3 more shows until Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Let's get the show started. We got lots to talk about.
Lots to talk about, indeed, and we're going to start off with a little rant, as we always do. And this time, it's the injury bug. Again. Because I'm looking at this Pistons team, right? And half of our roster's on the injury report. And I'm not even joking. Half of the roster's on the injury report, and every single one of them are our three-point shooters. Well, most of them are of our three-point shooters. At some point, you got to look at this and like, when are the injuries going to stop? Last year, injury riddled. We did not do well on the injury front last year. This year, the Pistons come in, and we're not even a couple weeks into the season, and half our roster's done for a little bit. Now, we're going to have some players start to come back. Boyan, Monte, Livers. They're going to start to come back soon. But at some point, it's like, when is it going to end? Why is Jaden Ivey not with the team and out for a week with the sniffles? Genuinely. I'm starting to worry about Jaden Ivey. I am starting to worry about Jaden Ivey because he gets sent to the bench because his defense isn't good. And Monty said that if you play defense, you win the job. He didn't play defense. He didn't play defense in preseason. He didn't play defense in training camp. And Killian got the job over him. Jaden Ivey, from what I've seen, from an outsider fan perspective, has been taking it poorly. He's been, I don't want to say he's had a lack of care off the bench, but it doesn't look like it's that same heart and hustle as we saw in last year's Ivey, in this year's Ivey. And it was a short sample size that we saw of Ivey, but defense still isn't good. He's not passing the ball, and when he does, it's to the second row court side. And when he shoots the ball, you don't know if it's going in or not. You can't be confident in that jumper. He had a good shooting game. He's had a couple really good shooting games. But it comes down to now he's not even with the team. I get it if you're sick 1 or 2 days and you're not with the team, okay. But you have some of the best doctors in the world taking care of you, and you're just out for a week with an illness. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand the injuries. Joe Harris, all of a sudden now he's out for 2 weeks because he landed on his shoulder wrong. It's like, seems like the Pistons have just a little bit of bad luck when it comes to injuries, and I really want to see Jaden Ivey embrace that bench role instead of be upset about that bench role. Because I think you can already kind of start to tell that Monty and Ivey don't necessarily see eye to eye, let's say. But it's 12:05. That's it for my rant. Injuries piling up. Ivey's not playing tonight against the Bucks. Pistons-Bucks, 8 o'clock. Bally Sports, Detroit. The Pistons are going to be without half their roster again, and the Bucks are healthy. So we could kind of take a guess at how that one's going to go.
Kate's going to drop 50.
I hope so.
According to Crispy Flakes on Twitter.
Let's go into the Central Michigan and Western Michigan game from last night. Western Michigan winning 38-28. Central Michigan still looking to become bowl eligible. Gentlemen, what did you see last night? Because what I saw was a fourth quarter collapse.
Yeah, as someone who didn't even watch the game because we sucked that badly, I saw the score. It was like 3-20 or something like that after the first half. And then we completely came back in the third quarter. And I was like, maybe this game
3 touchdowns in the third quarter.
Maybe this
compared
game
to 0 points for them.
This game maybe I should have watched. And then fourth quarter happened. Then I looked at the score and I was like, how did we lose that badly?
I watched the whole game last night with my cousin, who...
Sorry. I did too, I watched the whole game too.
I watched the whole game. It was very exciting, I'd say, in the third quarter out, because CMU is, in fact, a second-half team, I believe, and scoring 3 unanswered touchdowns and playing out of their mind defensively was great. And just the fourth quarter, we collapsed big time, and that interception at the end of the game was just maybe season-ending, maybe. Because looking ahead at the schedule, we have Ohio University, not Ohio State.
And they're good.
Their defense, according to Calvin Custance, is top 10 in the country.
They're 7-3 right now.
They are unbelievable.
They just won last night, and they are a phenomenal team.
They are according to Calvin Custance, who is my cousin and a football extraordinaire. They are a top 10 team. Top 10, not top 10 team. Top 10 defense in the country. And CMU, based on their track record, not great on the road. We've won one game.
What gives that away?
We've lost all but one games on the road. And then we play Ohio, who has a really good defense on the road. And then we play Toledo.
The best team in the MAC.
Who basically, if they win tonight, clinch the MAC West.
Yeah.
And
so now we're just playing for a bowl.
So now at this point, yesterday we were playing for tying at least for the MAC West, the Victory Cannon Trophy, the Michigan MAC Trophy, and a bowl game. The first 3 things I mentioned are gone. And now all we have to do is just compete for a bowl game, which at this point I don't think we can do. Because Toledo on the road.
Win one more. You just got to win one more game.
More,
and you're
exactly.
eligible.
You need one more, and you're playing 2 tough teams. You play Ohio on the road, and then you play Toledo on Thanksgiving, where no one is really going to be there because they're all going to be gone. It's Thanksgiving. It's Black Friday.
That's dumb.
Yeah. Shout out. Welcome to the MAC. But just try and power through the last 2 games.
I honestly think the Toledo game is the only one that's winnable.
Yes, I do agree.
At Ohio is scary.
Toledo comes to Kelly Shorts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's the only reason that we have a chance is just home field advantage.
I mean, do we really have home field advantage, though, if nobody's going to be there?
Nobody's going to be there. Everybody's going to be at home, out at Best Buy at 3 in the morning.
Walmart, Target, camping outside for sports cars and
card
TVs.
Store, so...
I'm going to the card store,
I'm
too.
getting gifts for my parents and my sister.
That's a good idea. I should.
By the way,
do that.
I'll bring that up later when we talk about cards. I have some news, though.
Oh, okay. But nonetheless, Toledo is very winnable because we're back here. We're undefeated at home. We're 4-0. And just 1-5 on the road is not great. Or 1-4 on the road is not great. I don't even know, but just try and power through it. You got really 2 tough MAC teams up on the schedule, and just a win would be great to get to the bowl game. I want to go to Arizona.
A win would be great. It's going to be a tough task, as you said, especially on the road in Ohio. If we win that game, that's going to be nothing short of a miracle. Just the way Ohio's defense is, and when our calling card is our running back, Marion Lukes, and our offense, you're going up against a good defense. I mean, it'll be a fun game for sure. CMU again losing to Western 38-28. It's 12-10. So, Michigan sign stealing drama, because it seems like every single day there is something new with Michigan and the sign stealing allegations, proof, no proof, what is there, what isn't there. It's a bunch of you say this about me, okay, now we're going to say this about you. Now we're going to say this about you. Recently, Michigan just filed a report to the Big Ten, Doug.
Yeah. So I'm looking at an ESPN post on Instagram right now. Not some like The Onion article. It's an actual ESPN post. Michigan says Big Ten teams shared its signs. Michigan has documents it believes show Rutgers, Ohio State, and Purdue engaged in communication about the Wolverine signals in 2022 and has forwarded the documents to the Big Ten.
So what this shows to me is that sign stealing happens at every school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Most every school. Not going to accuse every school, but most every school. Sign stealing happens. We haven't really covered sign stealing that much here on Card Guys. But it seems to me that Michigan is just the one that got caught.
Yep.
They were the ones that were sloppy with it, and got caught. Now that Michigan got caught, it's going to start the domino effect of everybody. And yeah, Michigan's going to get the most severe punishment because they were the first caught. But eventually, I think this is just going to be a normal part of the game. It's going to be part of scouting. Because it it happens. It's going to happen. And we have some breaking news. We have some breaking news right now.
What?
Just in to the Card Guys newsroom.
Oh, boy.
Tim Twentyman, a writer for the Detroit Lions, just said the Lions and Chargers will get the number 1 CBS crew at 4:25 on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Tony Romo,
And
Jim Nance.
Not Tony Romo.
Tony Romo's fine. He's better
Tony
than Greg
Romo
Olson.
was good, and he just fell off a cliff.
He's better than Greg Olson. I'd say
I
I
agree
actually
with
like
that.
the top CBS crew.
I agree. It's great. I like Jim Nance saying Jared Goff just in the pocket. Passes it up. Amon-Ra, touchdown. Detroit Lions.
It'll be fun. So we have the number one, basically the America's Game of the Week of CBS.
Let's go. I like that.
We're going to be the nationally televised CBS game going into Sunday Night Football. Anyways, that was just some breaking news I just saw. Back into sign stealing. Michigan's just the one that got caught, and I feel like it's a little bit of an overreaction from everybody. Oh, sign stealing, they're cheating. I just view it as scouting. Mm-hmm. You're looking at their signs, and you're going to adjust your playbook and what you do to what they're going to do. I see it just the same as scouting what the team's plays are. When you're scouting a team, you're looking at their plays, their routes. On basketball, you're looking at screens. You're watching film. Oh, what do they do off this play? Look at this. Okay, this is a play that develops here. I feel like it's kind of the same type of thing. Maybe it's not. I'm not a big football, savant. I love football, but I'm not into it like, oh, sign stealing's not good. Mm-hmm. I view it as just scouting. I don't know how you guys feel about it or view it as, but I think it's just been blown way out of proportion.
Oh, it definitely has. If you go down south, I could probably guarantee that those schools do that too.
Oh, 100%.
I bet you if you walk into Georgia's locker room, they're looking at the signs in the game film. They're trying to figure out what the other schools do. And whatever they're doing, it's worked. Obviously, they have the best team in college football right now.
Yeah.
But even, every single piece of film is trying to uncover what play that is and how to stop it.
Yeah.
That also we could probably ask Calvin about this. That also includes how they call it. Because you get all of that film. That has to be included in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's my take.
It's a big overreaction. Like both of you said, I feel like everybody does it, but Michigan was the one that got caught doing it. It sucks, really, because this was the one. If there was any year that Michigan wanted to win the national championship, it would be this year on Harbaugh's maybe last rodeo in Michigan, and we're going to get punished, and if he leaves Michigan, then he's not going to get punished, and just it's ridiculous. And why Michigan? Just because we're the top cheese in the Big Ten? Yeah, we got caught and we admitted to it, but everybody does it. That's my take.
So moving on from sign stealing, we're gonna adjust the show just a little bit. It's 12:15, and the NBA has just released their Rookie of the Year rankings. This is fresh into the newsroom, so in a little impromptu segment here, because I want us to talk about it, because I feel like this could be a good discussion. All right, we're gonna start from 5 and go all the way down.
So 5-1.
5-1.
Okay.
Number 5, Derek Lively II. I think that makes sense. I mean, he's averaging, 13 and 12 for the Mavericks, and they actually have somebody that can finish down low.
He's great. That was a great pickup by Dallas. I thought that was the most underrated pick in the whole
it's
draft.
gotta be.
I feel like it was that. And
He could be the Jalen Duren of this draft.
yeah, he could, and I strongly believe that. And I said a few weeks ago in our show, my dark horse for the Rookie of the Year race was Derek Lively.
Yeah.
Because he's such a great rebounder and such a great big man down low, and I feel like he'll be the guy that replaces Dwight Powell in Dallas.
I think he already has.
Mm-hmm.
I think he already has. I think that's been a position that Dallas has been like for the past 3 years. Hey, we want a center. You have the starting job. Somebody.
like that's probably one of the bigger reasons why the Mavericks are so good this year. It's Luka, Kyrie, who's
and it's them
averaging
actually
19.
having somebody down low.
Yeah, they have the big man. Like Kyrie's been underperforming this year. I can admit it. Luka's been Luka, and then you got a big man. You got Grant Williams, who's been shooting the 3-ball very well, and then you got Derek Lively, who's down there. The Dallas Mavericks has improved, and it's because of Derek Lively that they're so good.
I actually think you said Kyrie Irving's underperforming. I think Kyrie Irving is performing to the way he needs to perform. Because when you have Luka, it's Luka's show. No matter who is in Dallas, it is Luka's team, Luka's show. And I think Kyrie's playing at a role where it's like, okay, let me let Luka average his 40-point triple-double. Let me do my thing, passing the rock. I'll get the assist from him. I'm not going to be a ball-dominant guard. And when Kyrie's not a ball-dominant guard, he looks average. So I think that's just Kyrie, playing his role and embracing his role. Jaden Ivey. Anyways, number 4 on the Rookie of the Year rankings, Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh. That's
Some
all I have to
surprised
say.
faces in here.
Oh.
Brandon Miller, I mean, he's had a decent season. People are calling him a consensus number 3, like when they're looking at the rankings of, how players have performed. A lot of people are putting him at 3. NBA has him at 4. Number 3.
Is it Thompson?
Oscar Thompson.
That's too.
We're not surprised.
That's
No one's surprised. He
Honest,
should be
if-
higher, but we're not surprised.
if Chet didn't get hurt this year, I could see him in number 2.
He almost had a 5-by-5 against the Suns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 4 blocks, 4 steals. What was it, like 12 rebounds, 7 points, and I think it was 6 assists.
Oscar Thompson has been playing out of his mind. Like
Wow. At the
number
same time,
3,
gentlemen.
Okay, if we're looking at like rookies, and not probably number 2, who I assume is going to be Chet, he's the number 2 guy just behind number 1.
If
but
we're looking at actual rookies.
if we're looking at actual rookies, he's number 2. But he's been playing out of his mind. The only thing that I feel like would bump him up is offense and just shooting.
Yep. But he's got time to learn that. He's got
it's,
time.
What? It's 8 games in.
We're 8 games in, and he had a couple bad. And he's had 2 or 3 bad shooting performances. Other than that, it's been decent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pistons fans overreact to a lot of things.
Sore is great.
Number 2, gentlemen,
Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren.
Not surprised.
Not surprised either.
I don't. In my mind, I don't think second-year players that just got hurt their first year should be qualified as rookies because technically you already were in your first year.
But he didn't play a game.
I know, but I mean, it's like
that-
like joking around and saying Ben Simmons will be rookie of the year every year.
Yeah, but by that standard, that means the kids that play in September, like Gunner, like last year, Gunner wouldn't have been eligible for rookie of the year this year because he played 2 years ago.
Well, I mean,
in
they're 2
September.
different sports.
Yeah.
It's
right,
2
but
different
by the
systems.
same logic,
Yeah.
that's all I have to say.
With Chet Holmgren as a rookie, I see it because he played 2 summer league games last year, and then he was done.
Yeah.
Absolutely done.
Guys,
So what's up?
breaking news. Former NFL player Matt Ulrich has passed away
Yep, I saw that.
at the age of 41. Jim Irsay announced this Wednesday.
Rip.
What a
Rest in
guy.
peace to him.
Yeah.
Continuing with Chet, I think he didn't play a game last year. It's kind of like you got to look at it as he was in the G League
Yeah.
for a couple games. He was in the G League for a couple games, and then he was out. So this is really his first action in the NBA. So I could see him being a rookie. And the number 1 is obviously Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, he's crazy good. Even though, yeah,
He's a glitch. He's literally a 2K glitch.
he tore up the Suns just by himself. The Spurs are like, screw it, he's got to be there somewhere, and then they'll
Right.
throw behind their back, he'll be right there, and he'll dunk on 5 people. He's a glitch in this game. He'll be great for 15-plus years.
Get used to it. Victor Wembanyama, we'll be talking a lot about him in the next coming
so
years.
good.
Well, it's 12-20.
Luka's better.
Luke, what?
Luka's better.
Luka's better than Wemby.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, obviously.
But in the next...
Yeah, but Wemby has a ceiling, and I don't think it's as high as Luka's or even Anthony Edwards
Well,
now.
I mean, size limits.
Yeah, exactly.
He could be get
might-
injured.
He
It's
might-
very
He might
likely
very
he'd get
well
injured.
be injured out this year and then stumble for the rest of his career. He might also very well end up being the best center of all time, but I don't think he's going to become a player up there for, I'll just say it like the GOAT consideration. He's not going to get to LeBron's level. He's not going to get to Jordan's level.
I don't think anybody ever is going to get to LeBron's level. We're not going to see a player like LeBron ever again.
I don't even think he's going to get to the point where he's at Luka's level. And that's because I think he's too tall and he's too skinny. That's it. Yeah. That's my take on Wemby.
Well, I mean, it's a valid take. I mean, I feel the same way about injury. I mean, he's very injury prone. The tall, skinny players in the NBA are very injury prone. And Kristaps Porzingis, he's a big example too. Well, let's talk some sports cards, shall we?
We shall.
Let's talk some sports cards because recently, Certified NFL just came out, and what a hot product!
Yeah, first off the line is juice.
Yes, juice. We Pac-Man, a content creator, pulled a 2 out of 3 Hendon Hooker RPA Nike swoosh.
It's beautiful.
What a card that was. I mean, that product, you can see with anybody you watch open, that product is hot.
Yeah. First off the line exclusive. It's
out of 10 packs, 13 hits. I'm seeing an average around 11, 12, 13 hits out of 10 packs.
It's wild.
And I think Pac-Man was talking about how, Fanatics and Topps are kind of, making Panini add more hits and more good content to their products. And I mean, we're not complaining.
No.
And I would not be surprised if we start seeing blasters with guaranteed hits again. I would not be surprised, especially for NBA. You start seeing blasters with hits again, guaranteed. You start seeing those top picks in blasters again. I mean, I remember back in 2017, Panini Threads, 2017-18, you could pull a Lonzo rookie patch. You could pull a Ben Simmons rookie patch, or maybe even an auto. It wasn't likely, of course, because you're not going to make those easy to get, because then what's the point of selling the product? But it was at least possible. It seems like nowadays it's not even possible out of retail.
Yeah, unless it's like Benoit Benjamin.
Benoit Benjamin. That's a card you pulled.
Yep, I did just pull a base Benoit Benjamin auto out of Cade Year Optic.
Also, we got to mention this. Doug sent in a numbered Corbin Carroll pink parallel card
that he pulled.
Yeah,
that he pulled.
Yeah, let's see.
You can explain it.
At early September-ish, we were at Miller's, and
we frequent Miller's a lot.
Yeah, I was like, I'll buy some Chrome hobby packs. Why not? I bought 4, and they were like $5 each or something like that. So it ended up being like $20 worth of packs. Didn't get anything until the very last pack. I was like, this card's a little thicker than normal. So I slowly slide it down, and I see that Diamondbacks helmet, and I was like, I know whose picture that is, and it was pink. So I pulled a Corbin Carroll Topps Chrome magenta parallel, numbered to 399, and that exact same day, literally 5 minutes later, I drove back to Miller's and was like, I need this graded ASAP, and they were like, we got you. It came back yesterday. PSA 10, baby.
Nice.
Insane. Because
that's your first ever PSA 10.
That I've graded, yeah. And it's the only card I've ever graded. I have other graded cards, but yeah, that was nuts. And Chrome cards are hard to get PSA 10s out of. So, or at least the thinner stock ones. Like the parallels and stuff, they're thicker stock. A little bit easier, but still insane.
Anyways, what were we talking about? I forgot.
We're just talking some cards. We're talking a little bit of wow. Why
NFL.
is it? Why is it blinking?
It's NFL. We're talking about the Hendon Hooker Nike.
No, I know. I'm trying to think of the product name.
Certified.
Oh, it's been a long week, folks. It's been a long week.
Yep.
But yeah, Certified is a wonderful product, and Origins hobby boxes are dropping today, Doug, correct?
They dropped about 26 minutes ago. And if you're into UFC trading cards, Optic UFC first off the line drops tomorrow. 24-ish hours.
Yeah. I have a friend that does UFC. He likes drip UFC, so I'll probably tell him about that when I see him this weekend.
That's going to be nice. And then, as we mentioned before, Hoops does come out soon, a couple weeks.
Maybe.
They're
Hopefully
supposed to come out today.
The
originally.
hope is the 22nd.
That's the hope.
That's the hope from Panini. But then again, like you said in the last show, the next time they only pushed it back was around Christmas time. And obviously Christmas time is a very hot time to get hobby boxes and booster and jumbos. But just my hope is just release hoops. Release hoops, release optics, release Chronicles all before Christmas. Snowies, whatever. Well, Snowy was a 1-year thing, right? No?
Winter cards for NBA Hoops, they come out every winter.
Yep. Topps holiday cards are out right now, too.
Really?
If you're into that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's weird. They're like, the inserts are interesting. Like, last year's insert was, like, literally a snowman patch. It's kind of sick. But, like, they don't resell very well. That's the only thing. So it's like, it's more of a collector kind of thing. It's like, if you're looking for something cheap and fun to rip that's different, go for it. But they're okay. It's like $40 for a mega box, and you're guaranteed one hit is probably a patch, just like every other Topps product on the planet.
So I want to go into, we haven't really talked about our personal collections other than Doug's new card. I want to talk about, we did this on one of our first shows. Let's do it again. Favorite cards in our collection right now. We're going to start with you, Ryan.
My best pull and my prized possession, I just sent into PSA about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It still is my reverse pink parallel numbered out of 199 rookie Gunnar Henderson. And I sent it into PSA. Instead of just going to send it in immediately, we were on a time crunch that day when I pulled it. So I instead waited until the Orioles were out of the playoffs because I just thought it would be nice. And then I sent it in when the Orioles were out of the playoffs maybe 3 weeks ago. But the card that I feel like I have now that's not into PSA that I really like is my Father's Day patch, Byron Buxton. It's a patch, and it's the state of Minnesota as the patch. It's not autographed. It's not numbered. It's just I like it's clean. It's nice. I might send that in next once Gunnar comes back, but I'm hoping it comes out to a 9 or a 10. It's hopefully. But once that Wemby PC starts, probably a Wemby card will be my favorite.
Oh yeah. Doug, other than your Corbin Carroll.
Yeah, so obviously that's the biggest card that I have pulled. But my favorite card, so my PC is Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah.
He is
big Cubs fan.
Big Cubs guy. He's the reason I wore number 44 when I was playing baseball. So
he has a great name.
Yeah, he does have a great name. It's fantastic. It's very Italian. I love it.
It is.
But my personal favorite card is, forgive me, I have not seen this card in several months because it is locked away. It's either a 2016 or 2018 Topps Anthony Rizzo. I want to say it's Topps Dynasty, but I'm not 100% sure. I honestly forgot. Patch auto numbered to 10, first on the print.
Wow.
That is my favorite card of my favorite player. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so happy to be the rightful owner of that card. Something else cool that I've pulled is not many people know this about me, but I love NASCAR. So I from time to time open.
You dabble in a little NASCAR.
I dabble in a little NASCAR cards. Panini makes NASCAR cards for those of you that don't know. And I was just going through some old packs and stuff, and I found a Kyle Busch optic numbered to 10 gold parallel.
Wow.
Which is another very cool card that I have. It's not necessarily the most sought after thing in the world because it's NASCAR, but it's something that I will keep and probably end up grading. I also
Nice.
have a Brad Keselowski auto numbered to 10, so that's a PSA 7. Not
Nice.
great, but it looks sick. Favorite driver.
So my favorite cards, I
We
think
already know what you're gonna say.
my-
buddy.
I already know.
my prized possession is a Cade Cunningham RPA. I finally got a Cade Cunningham RPA. After a long time of being patient and waiting, I traded in my Panini Crusade Orange Parallel out of 75 Cade Cunningham rookie that was graded to 10. I traded that in, equal value almost, for a Cade Cunningham RPA that was graded an 8. Not a great grade, but I don't really care about the grade. I just care about the fact that I have a Cade Cunningham RPA in my possession. That's all I care about. Because I've been looking for one of these bad boys for a while. They've always been out of my price range, and boom, I finally got one. So that's probably my favorite one. It's an Illusions First Impressions Cade Cunningham RPA. It's just a little napkin patch, a little white napkin patch, but
Its patch isn't even perfect.
and
kinda
it's
sad.
got damage. That's why it's graded an 8. But there's an autograph on it, and it's Cade Cunningham, and it's my PC. My Cade Cunningham PC actually just eclipsed triple digits at 100.
Wow.
My Cade Cunningham PC. 7 of those are graded. I have a Monopoly, Purple Money Shimmer. What a card. Graded a 9 out of, I want to say 50. It's like 39, 38 out of 50. So it's a cool card. Some other cards I have, an Isaiah Stewart RPA, 6-window, 4-color patch with a string in it. Pretty cool. It's way too, it's like I want to say like a 180 point stock card. It's insane.
Probably looks like somebody took a bite out of it too, doesn't it?
There in the corner, it does look like there's a little chomp in the top corner.
Welcome
but
to Panini.
welcome to Panini. But I got that at Miller's. Shout out Miller's. Let's shout out Miller's real quick because
Shout out
Miller's is
Miller's.
insane with their cards, and they've got some good stuff over there. So
Also, shout
Check 'em
out
out.
all of our hometown card stores.
Yeah.
For me, it's Jawbreakers Cards and Candy in Utica, Michigan.
Shout out to Three Kings Sports Cards and Collectibles out in Canton.
mine is also Jawbreakers, and
you also got
also
Rochester.
Rochester Sports Cards and Memorabilia. But there's a new one coming to Great Lakes Crossing.
What?
A brand
Wait, this is
new
news to
card
me.
store.
Wait, really?
Brand new card store being added into Great Lakes Crossing,
Oh my gosh, really?
which is absolutely amazing,
That's clutch.
beautiful, right down the street from me. It's gonna be my new store. Hopefully, they have some good Cade stuff there.
Hopefully.
That's gonna be fun.
Probably.
It's gonna be fun.
Might
New
have to come
stores
up
are
at
always
some
fun.
point.
That's
Whoa,
just-
whoa, whoa,
what?
whoa!
Excuse me?
Breaking news! Breaking news from
Are
Shams
you serious?
Charania.
Oh my god.
Free agent forward Kevin Knox has agreed to another 1-year deal with the Detroit Pistons.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually, hot take, I'm not mad about that.
I'm mad about that.
I'm not mad about that. It's a minimum deal. We're injured. Got to think about it, Ryan. We are injured and we need players. And guess what? Kevin Knox wasn't that bad last year for us.
He was just
He wasn't that bad.
he was not bad at all, but Mr. Fortnite Jacket's back.
Rico Hines, Kevin Durant is back in Detroit. Just saw that as a response. That's funny.
Oh my god.
But that's some breaking news. I saw Shams tweet and then I saw Detroit. I'm like, oh. And I saw Kevin Knox. I was like, yeah.
I mean,
Anyways,
yes, we're injured. We do need him. Just please do better.
All right, it's 12:35, which means it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for
It's time for your picks of the week.
I feel like we got a sound bite. We got to clip that. We got to use that as a sound bite.
97.1 do the picks like every week, and they have like a theme song that they do. It's sick. And
Speaking of theme songs, stay tuned to second semester season 2 of Card Guys. We have some changes coming in store, so stay tuned for that. But let's go in to our picks, starting with tomorrow night's Carolina Panthers and Chicago Bears
what a
prime
miserable
time
game that is.
It's going to be such a high-scoring game because both defenses suck.
I think the Bears are going to win this one.
Oh,
I think,
100%.
especially with their new addition of Montez Sweat.
Yeah,
I think that defense. It's not even a bad defense to begin with. It's just their offense is so bad.
Yeah,
that
no,
it
Carolina
doesn't matter.
and Stuart Little do not know how to lead an offense.
Correct.
And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I mean Bryce Young.
Bryce Young is vertically challenged, we'll say.
Yeah, he's almost. I am about an inch shorter than Bryce Young.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, he's 5'9".
Wow.
All right, Colts, Patriots. I'm going Colts.
Colts. That's not even a question.
Colts.
Minshew Mania is back. Mac Jones sucks. Give me the Colts, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, whoa.
the Anthony
that makes
Schulte
sense.
I
upset
respect
of
this.
the
I
week
CJ
respect
Stroud's
this.
going to have a day.
is the Houston Texans over the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, hear me out. Listen to me here, folks. Jamar Chase is questionable, and they're saying it's iffy and up in the air if he's going to play due to his back injury he suffered on Sunday Night Football. The Texans have one of, I'm going to say it right now, a top 15 quarterback in the league in
Yep.
C.J. Stroud.
I'd say even top 10. Right
I don't
now.
want to go to top 10 quite
I'm
yet. He's a
going
rookie.
there.
He's a rookie.
I'm doing it.
He had
He's
a
top
top 1 performance of the season.
Oh, he had easily one of the best performances we've ever seen.
And I think he's going to build off of that. And I think these receivers, they're really clicking together with him.
Sometimes.
Well, when he's on, they're on. I think Houston puts it together. On the road, they're going to be looked at as huge underdogs. But C.J. Stroud, he's going to continue his well play. And going to Cincinnati, and especially if they don't have Jamar Chase, that Cincinnati defense is meh. I'd say it's meh. They can perform sometimes, but they're 5-3 for a reason, and possibly should have been 4-4. So
Yeah.
Houston Texans, I'm going with them. Anthony Schulte, upset of the week.
I 1,000% respect you for that upset of the week, unlike last week.
I think it's much better. Well,
This is a way better upset.
last week it was very hard to pick an upset. A lot of games were either even or it's why would I even go there?
But
So.
I have a stat. C.J. Stroud has a chance to make history against the Bengals. If he passes for 86,946 passing yards against the Bengals, he'll be the NFL all-time passing leader.
Well,
Will
I
that
think
happen?
there's a chance.
There is a chance if he just goes yard about maybe 80,000 times.
I mean, he's already better than Justin Fields.
he is. He
Yeah,
really is.
I'd agree.
I think he's better than just about every quarterback
Well, I
we
mean,
saw in last
I
year's
think a
class,
pine
too.
cone could be considered better
Well,
than
yeah.
Justin Fields in the pocket.
No, but I think he's already proven to be the best quarterback in the class. We didn't get to see Anthony Richardson show everything that he can do, but I think he's also better than pretty much everyone that we saw in last year's class too.
Yeah.
I
Just-
Wait, did anybody's upsets of the week hit last week?
No.
No.
Who did I pick as my upset? Oh wait, I wasn't here.
Again, last week was a very hard week to pick an upset because it was either going to be an absolute blowout or the teams were even. There were
Yeah.
a lot of even matchups last week.
Yeah, give me the Bengals for this
I'm
week, though.
I'm also going to go with the Bengals. That's a very good upset, and I appreciate it.
Next game, Saints-Vikings. Give me the Saints. The Saints have been playing well. I think that Dobbs game was a fluke with the Vikings. Give me the Saints. I know and Hawkinson might not even play for the Vikings. Jefferson's going to be out. Give me the Saints. I think the Saints are rolling right now. Give me the Saints.
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints
Do
too.
you think Josh Dobbs, that signing's like Baker Mayfield to the Rams last year?
Yep. I 100% agree with that. Yep.
Then I'm going to go with the Saints.
All right, Packers-Steelers. Give me the Steelers.
Steelers, they've been hot.
Everybody say it with me. Fire Matt
I thought you were about to go
Canada.
upset of the week with the Packers, and I'm
no,
like, no.
heck no. Fire Matt Canada. Go Steelers, though.
All right, Titans-Buccaneers. I'm going to go Buccaneers.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Doug
Nice.
Mobley upset of the week.
Hey.
give me the Tennessee Titans.
That's fair.
I think Will Levis struggled last week.
You're picking that because you want Will Levis to do good for your fantasy team.
Yeah, but I also think Tampa just sucks. I mean, Tampa's not a good team. Tennessee isn't necessarily the greatest
What a
team.
Photoshop right here of Kevin Knox in a Pistons jersey.
But they have a better defense than Tampa does, I think. And I also just think that Will Levis actually has options. Not to mention if Derrick Henry decides to show up and not become a pillowcase for the game,
Yeah.
then they win. I think Will Levis is going to bounce back after last week. He played a really good team. It's just not as weak, but they're going to come back. Will Levis is going to come out commanding that team, and they're going to beat Tampa Bay.
Give me the
Next-
Bucks.
Going with the Bucks?
Yeah.
Going with the Bucks, Titans, Bucks. San Francisco 49ers and Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is going to be Ryan's upset. I'm calling.
I don't think you can call a 6-2 team an upset
No.
over a team that's 5-3. I'm going with the 49ers.
Give me the Niners.
I'm actually going to go. Oh, the Niners had a bye week last week, right?
Yes, they did.
They had time to recover, and also you have Chase Young to have time to settle into the system. I'm going to go with the Niners.
Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens. Give me the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens. I don't think there's a team better than them right now. And I also think, while the Browns have a really good defense, the Ravens are just clicking in every single position. There's nothing stopping them.
I mean,
Not even the
dismantling a
Eagles.
team like the Seahawks. That's
Yeah. The Eagles have a better record, but they're not a better team than the Ravens.
I'd have to
Ladies
agree.
and gentlemen.
Can you consider this an upset?
Yeah, 10% of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 1 or
Yeah.
number 2 seed
Okay.
versus
I respect it. All
a
right.
team that's barely in the playoffs.
Ladies and gentlemen, then, to continue my tangent, the Ryan Donnelly upset of the week, I'm taking Cleveland.
I called it.
Their
Nice.
defense is superb. P.J. Walker sucks. I'm going with the Browns.
I thought you were going to go with the Cardinals over the Falcons.
No.
That honestly is a good shout.
That's a good
Kyler's
shout.
back. Cod's coming out, so they're going to get like 3 points. And the Cardinals are going to lose. Give me the Falcons.
Give me the Falcons. I mean, when you have Murr from Impractical Jokers as your head coach, and you have a guy who prioritizes Call of Duty over football,
Also, the Falcons don't know how to utilize the best running back and one of the best players in the draft class.
well, that's true. But this is a battle of like 2
I'm going
injured
with-
birds. Give me the Falcons, though.
I'm going with the Falcons. These are, like you said, 2 injured birds. Birds without wings, let's say. Cardinals and Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons right here. Don't think too much about it. Next game, we got Lions, Chargers. Give me the Lions.
Give me the Lions, baby.
This is going to be a quarterback battle, 1,000%.
Oh, yeah.
And both defenses are just mid.
Yeah, Goff's going to take flight this week.
Goff is.
I saw
Especially against that terrible secondary.
I saw some clips of JMO in practice, and he looks better than he has all year.
Don't say that.
It's just
I don't say it until he
practice
shows it.
clips are just giving me hope, man. Just let me be happy for once about
No.
the Lions.
It's impossible to be happy about the Lions, but I'm going to take the Lions here. I'm not going to overthink it.
Giants, Cowboys. I want to know the 2% of people that said the Giants were going to win this game. Genuinely, I want to know who they are and what their thought process was, because this is Cowboys.
If the Giants win, and I'm going to apologize to the 2% of America, but why? Why? No. Go Cowboys, but no.
I
Why?
don't like the Cowboys.
I'm going to apologize
But
if
give
the
me the
Giants
Cowboys.
end up winning, but no.
Commanders, Seahawks.
This is.
I mean,
I'm going Seahawks.
I think the
Big
Seahawks,
bounce back game. I think they're going to have the same type of bounce back game the Lions did.
Yeah. No, that's a very NFC thing. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, give me the Seahawks. I think the Commanders are gonna do really well, though.
Caw.
Give me the Seahawks.
My
Gino's going to have a
Seahawk
comeback.
impression.
What is this prime time? What are these
Oh
next
my
2 prime?
goodness.
The prime
Why
time
is-
matchups this week are terrible.
What is wrong with the NFL and primetime scheduling? Honestly, Jets, Raiders, the Raiders.
This is
Give me the
embarrassing.
Raiders.
This is
I
embarrassing.
don't even think we need to.
I don't think
Actually, the
No, give
two
me the
teams are
Jets.
garbage, but Jets Raiders might actually be a shout of the game.
I want the Jets. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
I'm going Raiders.
I'm also going to.
After last week and how they played last week,
That's fair.
That's true.
I
Devontae didn't do anything though.
doesn't matter. He can
I'm
do something
true.
this, especially against the New York secondary.
That's true. New York does not have.
Is
a
Sauce
defense.
Hey
playing?
Siri, flip a coin.
That is a flip a coin game.
All right, I'm going to Jets.
And then Monday Night Football, Buffalo Bills, Denver Broncos. Give me the Bills, and it's going to be like a 32-point a game.
Yeah,
Or 32 total points will be scored.
yeah, they're gonna the Bills are gonna score probably 20, at least 20, 21 points of those 32. But
At
Josh
least.
Allen's also gonna throw 18 interceptions. So we'll see what happens.
What an embarrassment of a game. I am going with the Bills, and I think 40 total points will be scored. 30 by the Bills, 10 by the Broncos. What are these primetime
I
games?
don't know.
I'm going to once again, I'm going to apologize to all Giants fans because that is going to be a whooping. But my picks are locked.
My picks are locked, too.
picks are
Again,
locked, too,
the breaking news today into the newsroom, Detroit Pistons are bringing back Kevin Knox, who shot it well last year from deep. So we'll maybe see him tonight. Who knows? He kind of knows the culture and the city a little bit. He played with some of these guys before. So getting a little bit of insurance instead of running, 10 9-man rotation. So
That's-
I'll take it. It's better than nothing. I like that Troy Weaver's making these in-season adjustments according to the team because we need it right now. And you know what? Kevin Knox isn't too bad. But that is all we have for today's show. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12 of Card Guys on 91.5 The Mountain, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Join us Monday when we go over NFL Week 10 and a deeper look into the sports landscape. Who knows what could happen over the weekend? Sports are very unpredictable. For my colleagues Doug Mobley and Ryan Donnelly, I'm Anthony Schulte. So long, everybody.
I want lunch.
Love you, Mom and Dad. Go see Christmas Carol at FBS Theater Performing Arts Hour. It's going to be a good show.
Go Pistons.
Go Pistons.